Coming up on Falcon Weekly, storm damage at the Montevallo Presbyterian Church. Hear reaction from one church official and find out when we will see more severe weather in Alabama.
And recall alert, see why Ford is recalling tens of thousands of F-250 pickup trucks.
Amazon users can now use cash to purchase items. See how you can start taking advantage of the new feature.
And hitting the gym. For those of us trying to work on their summer body, how much exercise do we actually need? Find out how much time it takes to change your body. Falcon Weekly starts right now.
Hello and welcome to Falcon Weekly. I'm Brianna Rose.
And I'm Alex Tejada. Thanks so much for joining us.
Cleanup and recovery is underway across the South after deadly severe weather swept across the region Sunday night and Monday morning. Multiple deaths have been reported across Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi.
In Louisiana, a mother and her 3-year-old daughter were killed when a tornado flipped their mobile home. Preliminary reports indicate an EF1 tornado touched down near the home. Other mobile homes on the same plot of land were left untouched. As the storm moved through Montevallo, it caused this tree to fall onto the Montevallo Presbyterian Church. Alabama power crews were on the scene this morning at the corner of Shelby and Alabama Streets, securing the area. We got a chance to speak with the music director of Montevallo Presbyterian Church, Matt Sidarth, about the damage.
That's really some of the most expensive stuff, isn't it? This outward stuff, that can be repaired pretty easily, but what's really precious is what's inside. So.
Some church members were notified by email about the storm damage this morning. No word yet on how long it will take to repair the church. And more severe weather is expected later this week. According to the National Weather Service, another severe weather system will hit Alabama Wednesday during the morning and into the afternoon. There is an enhanced risk for tornadoes, damaging winds, and large hail. Please make sure to tune into your local media for updates about potential severe weather throughout the week.
Turning to national news, it's decision week for President Trump's pick for the Supreme Court, but the vote to confirm Judge Neil Gorsuch could change the Senate rules for good. As lawmakers wrestle with that, the president turns his focus overseas. Diane Gallagher reports from Washington.
To get the job, President Donald Trump's Supreme Court pick needs 60 yes votes, and it's looking like an uphill battle.
Based on Judge Gorsuch's record at the Department of Justice, his tenure on the bench, his appearance before the Senate, and his written questions for the record, I cannot support this nomination.
Democrats are lining up to try to block a final vote on Neil Gorsuch on the Senate floor, set for Friday.
I cannot support advancing this nomination.
But Republicans have a plan. They can use the so-called nuclear option. That changes the rules of the Senate and allows Gorsuch to move forward with just 51 yes votes, a simple majority.
This good man and this good judge who's offered himself to serve our country on the United States Supreme Court will be confirmed by the end of this week, and he should be.
It would be a historic change in the Senate for confirming future judges as well. There have been some informal talks between lawmakers to try to head off the showdown, but so far, no deal. As senators on the Judiciary Committee debated, President Trump focused his attention on foreign policy.
You have a great friend and ally in the United States and in me.
Welcoming Egypt's president to the White House. Later this week, President Trump will host another key ally in the fight against terrorism, Jordan's King Abdullah II. And Friday, he'll hold his most important foreign policy meeting yet when he welcomes the Chinese president to his Mar-a-Lago resort. In Washington, I'm Diane Gallagher.
Calling your senator or U.S. representative is easy because there's now an app for that. It's called Stance, and it's aimed at changing how constituents interact with their congressional representative. The way it works, you record a message for your senator or representative on the app, and the app delivers the recording at night when the phone lines are freed up. If the lines are busy, Stance will keep calling back until your message is successfully delivered. And just FYI, your messages are not private. Stance publishes every recording on their site along with your contact information. They also publicly tweet your message to the congressperson's Twitter handle.
In international news, the Russian health ministry says there are at least 11 dead and dozens hospitalized after an explosion in a Russian metro station. Russian officials say an unidentified explosive device caused the blast in the St. Petersburg metro. A second device was found in a separate station and rendered safe. Russia's President Vladimir Putin says they're investigating all possible reasons for the explosion and not ruling out terrorism.
Now it's time to take a look at this week's consumer headlines. We've got two recalls to tell you about. First up, Ford Motor is planning to recall 52,000 F-250 trucks.
The automaker says certain vehicles could move while in park. In a statement, Ford encouraged owners of the 6.2-liter models to always use their parking brake as a safety precaution. Ford says so far it has not received any reports of injuries or accidents because of the defect. The recall includes trucks built at a Kentucky plant beginning in October 2015. Ford says the fix will be free. The second recall involves 13 lots of Mylan's EpiPen and EpiPen Jr. They are being voluntarily recalled by the manufacturer. According to the FDA, the pens have a defective part that could keep them from activating. EpiPens are used to give an emergency injection of epinephrine to treat life-threatening allergic reactions. The recalled lots were distributed between December 2015 and July 2016. Lot numbers of the recalled devices can be found on the FDA website.
And good news, Amazon users, you can now buy something on Amazon using cash. The company announced Amazon Cash on Monday. The new service lets customers add cash to their account by using a personalized barcode at certain brick-and-mortar stores. The buyer simply shows the barcode to the cashier, then pays the amount they want added to their account. You can add up to $500 at once. Some of Amazon's partners for the project include CVS Pharmacy and Speedway, among others. There is no fee to use Amazon Cash. And Facebook is launching a personal fundraising feature in the U.S. over the next few weeks. Users will be able to raise money and donate to crisis and other campaigns like tuition and funeral costs. Fundraisers will incur a transaction fee of 6.9% plus 30 cents per donation. The new venture is in direct competition with sites like GoFundMe and YouCaring. Facebook says adding the fee covers security and fraud protection, vetting, and payment processing.
There's now an app to take away some of the stress of filing your taxes. The TaxFile app simplifies the process. The startup, founded in 2015, matches customers with a licensed tax professional who can file a return in an average of 45 minutes. To start, users answer a series of short questions such as whether they own a home or have dependents. From there, customers receive a guaranteed quote and can upload documents directly to the app. The tax professional can ask follow-up questions through the app's encrypted chat function and notify customers when the tax return has been filed and accepted. Prices start at $39 and go up based on the complexity of a customer's taxes. McDonald's is making a change to one of its iconic burgers, and it has some on social media a bit confused.
The fast food giant announced Thursday that by the middle of next year, all of its quarter pounders will be served with fresh, not frozen beef and cooked fresh to order. McDonald's tested the fresh beef concept at hundreds of its restaurants in Oklahoma and Texas. Now the concept will spread to what McDonald's calls a majority of its restaurants. A company spokesperson clarified that McDonald's in Alaska and Hawaii won't make the switch for logistical reasons. The company's CEO says the move is part of McDonald's plans to create a better experience for customers. And most people don't have a lot of free time, and that can impact our fitness goals.
Between work commitments, family responsibilities, and life's everyday demands, there are often valid reasons we don't work out as much as we should. So it's important to maximize the efficiency of your exercise routine.
Kim Hutcherson has more in today's Health Minute.
Experts say 150 minutes of exercise a week is required to get the major health benefits of working out. They typically recommend you break that up into 5 30-minute sessions, exercising at moderate intensity, meaning you could hold a conversation while doing that activity. But not everyone has time for 5 30-minute workouts every week. If you're one of them, you do have options. Recent evidence published in the Journal of the American Medical Association suggests that you can reap similar fitness rewards if you cram all 150 minutes into your weekend. But if you do go this route, you should watch for and take precautions against overuse injuries. You could also opt for higher intensity workouts, the kind of exercise that leaves you huffing and puffing and makes conversation difficult. New evidence indicates that high-intensity interval training can reduce the amount of time you have to exercise by almost half. But before you start a high-intensity routine, experts recommend you check with your doctor, especially if you're over 40 and you haven't been previously active. For today's Health Minute, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
Here at UM, all students, faculty, and staff are granted free access to the Student Activity Center's exercise facilities. You can check out our Facebook page for more information about their hours and a list of classes.
Over spring break, Montevallo Athletics continued Peach Belt Conference play. The baseball team swept Columbus State in 3 games for the first time in school history, and the women's tennis team broke last year's school record win total. Details on all these stories and this week's upcoming game schedule is on MontevaloFalcons.com. And download the Fighting Falcons app to rack up points and cash in on rewards for attending home events.
Registration for classes for the 2017 fall semester is quickly approaching. Seniors and priority registration students can sign up for classes on April 12th. Juniors and student athletes can register on April 14th. Sophomore registration opens on April 18th, followed by freshmen on the 20th. Registration opens at 7 a.m. on those days. For students looking to fulfill course credits this summer, registration is open for all students on Banner. Remember, you must meet with your advisor before you register for classes. The fall schedule is available to view right now on Banner. And remember, there's more news online 24/7. Just search for UM Falcon Weekly on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to see more stories and news updates throughout the week.
Before we go, we wanted to take a few moments to remember UM student Jeff Kyla Gaithers.
Jeff Kyla passed away just before we left for spring break. She was a Mass Comm major and a member of our chapter of the National Broadcasting Society. She will be greatly missed, and our thoughts and prayers are with her friends and family. Jeff Kyla Gaithers was 20 years old. And that's all the time we have for this week's show. Thank you so much for joining us.
For more UM news from Mass Comm student reporters, be sure to check out the Falcon News Network blog. The web address is on your screen. We'll see you again next week.